What is up, Star Wars fans? This is Darth Watson. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Rey Star Wars movie, the new Jedi Order Star Wars movie, which is supposedly supposed to come out in December of 2026. But I have a feeling that this film is going to be delayed, and it's going to keep being delayed, and that we may not see this Star Wars film anytime soon. And the reason why is because the script is having so many issues with writing. Daisy Ridley consistently saying that there's still not yet a fully completed script that she has seen for the new Jedi Order Star Wars movie that takes place 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. We don't know what's going to happen with this film, whether it's going to get shelved for a while or they're going to end up doing this film. But I don't believe it will be canceled. I just think this film needs plenty of time of developing, and I don't think the Rey Star Wars movie is the best way to go about it into bringing Star Wars back to the big screen, especially because of the backlash on the sequel trilogy. It's just not the best idea. Mandalorian, even though I disagree with Mandalorian Season 4 turning into the Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars film without a Mandalorian Season 4 at all, it's still a better idea than the Charmin Obaid-Chinoy new Jedi Order Star Wars movie to come back to Star Wars return, like Star Wars making its return to the big screen. I would say The Mandalorian and Grogu would be a much better idea of bringing Star Wars back to the big screen as the first Star Wars movie to come back to the big screen. And that would be a much better idea than the new Jedi Order Star Wars movie at this point, because there's still backlash on the sequel trilogy. A lot of people aren't too thrilled with Rey, and it's just the best idea. And this story, even though it's set to be better than the sequel trilogy, this story that takes place 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker needs a lot more development to do. And rushing to get this film out is gonna put a good chance that this film will not be any better than the sequel trilogy that we have, and that it'll get just as much backlash as the sequel trilogy did. So if they want to prevent that for Disney and Lucasfilm, then and want to make this film better than the sequel trilogy, and a very different film than the sequel trilogy for the new Jedi Order Star Wars film, they have to spend a lot more time developing this story that takes place 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. And a few years is just not enough, in my opinion. And also, in my opinion, even though we're not getting Mandalorian Season 4, which I had hoped, and I disagree with the Mandalorian Season 4 only being converted down into a 2-hour movie of The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's still a better idea than the Charmin Obaid-Chinoy Star Wars movie, the new Jedi Order Star Wars movie, for a return of Star Wars to the big screen. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Do make sure to smash a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all later in another video.